Some called it the impossible dream. It began 10 years ago and continues to this day, the restoration of Adobe Creek in Petaluma. Members of the group United Anglers of Casa Grande High School have dredged the creek and its banks, hauling out truckloads of debris. The students wanted to see Adobe Creek, long considered a dead creek, come back to life. Their motivation comes from Tom Furr, a science teacher at Casa Grande.
The kids can take one of two positions. They can be a person who sits back and says, gee, somebody should do something, or they can be a person who says, well, I'm going to do something.
Then it happened, as this home video shows.
For all of you non-believers, steelhead in Adobe Creek.
2 weeks ago, a male and two females were captured in Adobe Creek and brought to the campus fish hatchery, the only high school fish hatchery in the continental United States. The kids have had experience raising rainbow trout, but the Adobe Creek steelhead trout are something new.
We now have our first opportunity of actually doing our first egg take. Either one of those gives us any eggs and we'll get the male involved. The kids will do the whole spawning process. These are kids actually saving an endangered species.
The actual technique is performed manually.
This is a kids-operated facility, and I'd like for them to do everything very, very manual.
The idea is to be as gentle as possible. One of the females is not quite ripe enough to produce eggs, perhaps in another week or so. The other produces only a few. These eggs are fertilized by the sperm from the male.
The kids will then mix the two together.
The fertilized eggs are then handed over to another team of kids who place them in an incubator. The adult steelhead will soon be released back into Adobe Creek.
Most species of salmon die after they spawn. Steelhead trout has the capability of coming back 2 or 3 times. Each year they'll come back.
The new eggs will hatch after a few weeks. They will go into Raceways, a lab pool-like fish nursery, for 1 year to grow. Then
they'll be tagged with a Casa Grande tag, put in the creek this time next year, March, and they're on their way.
It feels so good to be able to help a species that is going extinct, and it's just this thrill. Every night you go home and you think, I'm making a difference.
the students here share the belief that by working together we can save a species from extinction and leave our environment a healthy and beautiful place. At Adobe Creek in Petaluma, Joel Bartlett, Channel 7 News.